In this video, we will be installing the i10 Tire Minder tire pressure monitoring system on our motorhome before we're heading out on a 2-week trip. We will share the issues we encountered, the good, the bad, and our overall thoughts on this TPMS. Hey everyone, Jim from Let's Go Duo. Today I am talking about a product that I'm going to try. We are headed out for about a 2,000 mile trip or so in the next few weeks. So I figured it'd be obviously an optimum time to try it. The product relates specifically to tire pressures. So what it is a tire pressure monitoring system. We own a 40-foot diesel pusher. So the front tires, obviously 4 in the back, and this year will be the first time that we have a tire tow dolly. So there's 2 tires on that to be concerned with also. So the product that I bought to buy is the Tire Minder RV tire monitoring system, and it's a TPMS i10 model. And this one is designed for 8 tires. So what's in the box? It looks like it's fairly simple. It says DIY. We all know how that goes. It's 10-minute installation right here. We're obviously going to see how long that will take. Once you open up the box, you do have the monitoring head, which mounts on the windshield so that you can see live. This is just a sticker live on what the tire pressures are on the different tires. As we get a little farther into this, came with the batteries that we're going to need and the sensors. I've never used this system, but it looks pretty cool. Battery goes inside the little sensor. The sensor screws on the valve stem of the tire, and that's what sends a signal back to the motorhome so that you can see. And it also does come with a signal booster, which is also in the kit, which needs to be wired directly to a 12-volt system. So we'll do that also. First thing that needs to be completed is you need to charge the i10 control head. It comes with a provided USB cord. Plug it into the wall or the outlet that you have and let the charging begin. While the unit is charging, the next step will be installing the signal booster. All right, the signal booster is positive and a negative. They're labeled for you to so that you can keep those straight. I'm going to choose to give it a try mounting this inside the battery box area and just attaching the 2 little alligator clips to the positive and negative side of the chassis battery or the engine batteries. And I'm just going to zip tie it in here and go from there. The signal booster, when it's properly connected to a 12-volt power source, you will see a green light displayed. The other light on the transmitter is blue. This will only be displayed when it's receiving a signal, which is about every 4 minutes. Next step is to install the batteries into each transmitter. The i10 now needs to be placed into learn mode. To do this, hold the left and right button down for approximately 5 seconds. An L will be displayed on the screen. The first position, which is the driver's side front tire, will be flashing. At this time, you can go out and place the first transmitter on that corresponding tire. So in this case, it will be the driver's side front tire. Once that is completed, the tire pressure should be displayed into that corresponding position that was flashing on the Tire Minder. In this case, that tire is displaying a tire pressure of 113 psi. Use the left and right buttons on the top of the Tire Minder to move on to the next tire. Once the sensor is screwed onto the tire, you would just continue this process until all the sensors are installed. In this case, the dually tires on the back of the RV,
pressure monitor has to be installed inside of the tire based on the way the stems are positioned. This may cause you some extra effort to get this completed.
Once you go through the instructions and you get into this, you're still in the program mode, it's going to have you set the cold pressure limits for the tires. So basically when you, obviously when the tires are sitting in the cold, they're going to be a different pressure than when they're running down the road in hot. So the last two that you see, what happens when it reaches that limit, it's going to turn red and start flashing to tell you there's a problem with the tire. So the two trailer tires are at 54, one's at 54 PSI, the other one's at 49, and they're supposed to be 80. So it's flashing right now telling me that those two tires have a problem.
And comes with a mount and a suction cup to be used to mount it to a window, which will hold the base unit while you're driving. Once the mount is on the window and securely tightened down, you simply slide the I-10 into the mount head.
10-minute DIY times 10. So I guess you need to expect that. It took me about an hour. I know you're going to see on some of the videos, obviously getting to the inside valve stems a little difficult. So I ended up having to, was able to pump the air back into the suspension of the rig and lift it up enough that I could get my hands around and inside to put the transmitters on. Other than that, walking through the instructions were easy. It was clear and concise, and it was easy to follow along. I was able to set up all the tires. As you can see, the tire pressures are displayed, and it was kind of neat to see the alerts going off already when the tow dolly tires were below that minimum pressure. So far so good. I will give you my thoughts and impressions as we go down the road on what I think about it, and we're also going to put it was a little over, it was around 330 bucks, I think, is what it cost me. So we'll see if it's worth it.
Approximately 200 miles into our trip, I began to receive an alert on the tire minder, which indicated that the right side passenger tire on the tow dolly was leaking. The tire pressure dropped from 90 psi to 20 psi in seconds. I immediately pulled to the right and stopped. I discovered the tow dolly tire was now completely flat. Utilizing my spare tire, which I purchased with the tow dolly, I was able to quickly change the tire roadside, swap the pressure sensor monitor, and continue safely on our way. While camping in Nashville, we heard a loud beeping coming from the front area of the coach. We investigated the noise. It was discovered that one of the tire pressures was displaying significantly low. After taking a look at the tire, there were no issues, and it was caused due to a sensor that was not transmitting properly, but throughout the remainder of the trip, there were no issues. The morning leaving Gettysburg, we discovered that the tow dolly sensors were displaying no signal. I changed the batteries to see if this would solve the problem, and it did not. Confirming that the tire pressures were correct, we continued on our way to New York.
We had an error message come up on the tire minder sensors on the tow dolly. The error message was this N5. It kind of looks like an NS, or like a no signal is what it means. So basically the sensors weren't sending a signal to the unit up here. I tried to fix it this morning by putting new batteries in the sensors, but that didn't help. So we drove another 300 miles or so, and I still had the same flashing N5 error messages. So I figured heck with it, I would just try giving the company a call. And I did call the customer service number. The lady there walked me through some steps to try to fix it. she couldn't do it, so she is sending me 2 new sensors. So you can't ask for better customer service than that. My overall impressions of the Tire Minder i10. The cost was $330 on Amazon. As far as safety goes, in my opinion, tire pressures is critical. You need to know or maintain them. You need to know what they are. At least at a minimum, you have to check them before your trips. And throughout your trip, you need to check them and make sure they're where they're supposed to be. There's no other way of doing that while traveling other than having a TPMS system. Our coach doesn't come equipped with that. I know that some of the newer coaches do have that. So for me, I had to install one. The setup was easy. The instructions were straightforward. As I stated in the video, it took about an hour, which to me was fine. A part of that was a learning process to do that. I think, in my opinion, it worked as advertised. During the video, you're going to see, or you did see, the outcome of an actual alert that allowed me to have an early warning system, if you will, and be able to pull the vehicle over to the road and safely come to a stop before any type of damage or potentially an accident happened from losing the tire pressure in one of the tires on the dolly. In my opinion, hands down, if you RV, for peace of mind and safety, you need this device. We enjoy testing your products. If you like the video, please like and subscribe to the channel. Also, if you have used the Tire Minder, please leave some comments. I'm interested in how your experiences went. Did I miss that?
Oh my god. What happens if you can't get it on quick enough? Is the air come rushing out?
Well, yeah, that's gonna be an issue.
Are you enjoying it?
You gotta go check the rig, baby, and see if it registered on that tire. Where's all this crap? What is it all?
Hope it's not important.
If you've used the Tire Minder, please leave some comments below. And if you want a thumbs up or thumbs down,